Ladies and gentlemen, what a fucking day I've had. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I got into that stuff last night. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm finally back to doing NXT reviews. Little did I know, NXT came on at 7, so next week this will be an hour earlier. So I'll get that out of the way. Next week NXT's review will be about an hour earlier than it is tonight. But holy fuck. Between work. Yeah, a little funny story. I started a new job.
Don't put it on the lip.
What I do, I guess I can't talk about it. It's a big secret. Go fuck themselves. I don't give a fuck. So this job I do, I go door to door to do shit. I'm talking to a person. One, I get told, go fuck myself. That was polite of the person. Number two, the person who was with me gets a freaking gun pulled on him. Oh, what a great day. On top of the personal family stuff, today was just a bit of a mind-blowing day. But that's okay. I'm going to focus my energy on NXT right now because it has been a spectacularly crappy week. But wrestling has been okay this week. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to review wrestling. I'm still actually in my work shirt. Got a button here in a little bit. But so let's talk about NXT. Like, I'm a little out of it. It's been, like I said, just a really odd week. And and there goes my phone going off, letting me know that I'm live. Where do I begin? NXT was, as it usually is, NXT was freaking great. A lot of good things happened tonight. I would like to see maybe a little bit more build to take over Orlando, which I'm not sure yet if that's going to actually take place at Full Sail University or if they're going to do it, somewhere else closer to the site for Mania. Don't know yet. But let's talk about what did happen tonight. So tonight's, what I thought would be the main event, and this is your official NXT review for the Obro channel for February 22nd, 2017. And this is my first NXT review in almost a year. So this for me is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I finally get to do it. I'm so freaking happy. I'm back to doing NXT SmackDown and Raw pay-per-views. I'm going to try to do some movie reviews this weekend. All right, back to focusing. So, yes, the main event tonight I thought was going to be the triple threat match to determine Asuka's challenger. Now, going into this, I assumed perhaps it was going to be come take over Orlando. Turns out I'm wrong. So, that actually opened the show, which is fine because the other two matches we had tonight were spectacular. Spectacular matches. This match did not, for me, live up to the hype that was built up about, this being this huge clash and everything. So the women's title match was a bit of a downer. But that match had Liv Morgan, Ember Moon, and Payton Royce, who, of course, came out with Billie Kay. Most of this match focused on Payton Royce dominating Liv Morgan and keeping Ember Moon out of the ring, which, if you really think about it, is the only way they could probably win this match because of the fact that Ember is so freaking good. But yeah, that's basically what the story was in this match. Keep her out of the ring. The match was slow. Payton Royce is a decent wrestler. Liv Morgan, I think, is still really green. And them carrying most of the match kind of bogged it down. we all know the NXT women's division is in a restructuring. NXT as a whole is being restructured, but they got a lot of good pieces. They just need to hone their skills, work on what they were already doing, and I believe they'll get where they're wanting to go. Now, like I said, they kept Ember Moon out of the ring for the majority of this match. When she finally gets in the ring, she does you have Payton Royce getting ready to suplex Liv Morgan off the top rope. Here comes Ember Moon off the second turnbuckle, spins into the ring, grabs Payton Royce, and does a superplex powerbomb. Sunset superplex powerbomb off of the top. It was fucking insane. It looked good. But then the match again, it went back to let's get Ember Moon out of the ring. I don't know why they kept her out of this. I guess they knew if she wasn't, there was just no way to legit make it look like one of these girls could win. But Payton Royce ends up getting this, shocking to me, a beautiful fisherman suplex with the bridge and got the 3 count. It was nice. Of course, freaking Billie Kay kept interfering and throughout the match, and she got a full eclipse for her troubles and got sent to the outside of the ring. But you got Payton Royce now challenging Asuka for the women's championship, which I don't know how they can book that to even make you think Payton Royce has a legit chance, because Asuka's gonna, as fans would probably chant, Asuka's gonna kill her. Then they had some highlights of Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne during the UK tournament. I did not get to see the UK tournament. I do plan on going back and rewatching it because I heard a lot of good things about it. They said it was almost up to par with what the Cruiserweight tournament was, just a lot shorter. But from the highlights and what I saw these two do in this match, holy fuck. I'm going to skip over the Kassius Ohno return because that actually plays into later in the show. So I'm going to jump into the match. The match between these two was fucking fantastic. Where the hell did Pete Dunne come from? This guy, I've seen a style from him that I have personally never seen, and I'm a fan of wrestling. I've been watching this since I was 14. I remember seeing it too when I was super young, 5, 6 years old. My aunt getting VHS tapes, with Hulk Hogan and everyone on it, and never did I see a guy who did what Pete Dunne did. He calls himself the Bruiserweight. This guy, to me, was reminiscent of William Regal, in WCW, and then his tenure, when he was like European champion stuff. He was very methodical, very meticulous with how he did things. Pete Dunne, poor Mark Andrews is just, getting twisted and turned, like elbows being moved in a certain way, and he'll like rub his elbow against their elbow and just twisting fingers, just doing things that probably feel painful. This dude is a fucking beast. And then Mark Andrews was, in the terms that people say, flippy floppy shit, spinning through the air like a cruiserweight, doing reversals and shit I have never seen. The way this man did the stunner, which he calls the Slumdog Millionaire, was fucking insane. I can't do these men justice. This match went about only 10 minutes, but these two men, I want to see more of this. I missed NXT last week, so I didn't get to see the UK championship match, but I heard it was really fucking good. This just makes me want to go back and watch this tournament again and see more of these guys. And I hope NXT keeps doing what they're doing and give these guys a match a week. Start circulating these men through, because these men are fantastic. And you don't have to keep them exclusive to the UK tournament. Take a guy like a Mark Andrews, build him up, put him into the NXT title picture, or put a couple of these guys together and let them be tag team division. But I liked the sportsmanship at the beginning and the end of the match, how they shook hands. But Pete Dunne, man, wow. They finished this match off, which was a really good match, and the counters that they kept doing to each other were good. But the end of this match was, Pete Dunne going for his bitter end, got reversed, he hit the Slumdog Millionaire on Pete Dunne, went up to do the Shooting Star Press. Pete Dunne got his knees up, got him up, gave him the bitter end, which is like a pump handle slam. But when he goes down, it's like he hit an F5, the way that he flips them. It's, like I said, Pete Dunne did shit that I've never seen. The way he wrestled, his style, but I love this man's fucking style. It is awesome. And Pete Dunne got the victory. I think that was a good thing. I want to see more of both these men because this went hard, as my friends would say. I loved this. I want to see more of these guys. I am legit excited about this match. This is why I love NXT, because of all the talent that's coming through that you get to see and get to watch grow, who are in different places, whether it be Japan or the UK or Australia or everywhere, and watching them grow like Bayley did and Charlotte and Sasha and all of them, how I got to watch them grow. Now I'm seeing this crop of people. It is fucking awesome. But I'm going to move on. I don't want to go on too long. Fucking hell. That was to me probably match of the night was this one. So then we had Peyton Royce do an interview where she was asked about her challenging Asuka next week for the title. So that answered that. Peyton Royce is not, for anyone who got a little concerned, is not going to take over Orlando to challenge for the championship, as far as we know for now. But she said that she would have already been the women's champion if it wasn't for that crazy Nikki Cross, which I want to see Asuka, Nikki Cross, one-on-one, or hell, make it a triple threat. Asuka, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross at TakeOver Orlando. If it happens, you heard it here first, because I know my review is first. I've already checked for other reviews. But she says, and she's the number one contender because she's got a super fangirl in Billie Kay, and then said that she's going to be the champion next week because of that fangirl. I think she said fangirl. She's Australian. I didn't understand what she was saying towards the end, but it was an okay promo. And Billie Kay, I see, is making improvements as a wrestler, so I don't expect the match to be bad. Just the way you've booked Asuka, who's 326 days into her title reign, I don't see how you legit book her to lose in a match like this. And she's not. She's going to take over to be the champion. And I don't see her not facing Ember Moon. Ember Moon will be in this match, whether it's a fatal four-way or a triple threat or whatever. She'll be involved in this somehow. We also next week get to see the Patrick Clark experience. Patrick Clark, no clue who he is, but I'm interested. Not sure what they're trying to get across with the way he talked in the promo of that video package. We'll just wait. We'll see what happens. Then we saw the Ty Dillinger interview recorded at the Performance Center. Ty Dillinger talking about how Sanity's been attacking him and they have their agenda, and how if it wasn't for, Roderick Strong and No Way Jose, things would have ended worse for him. But, they've got his back. He's got their back. And he has an agenda of his own, and that agenda does involve Sanity. So we're getting to see this carry over to TakeOver Orlando. Perhaps a six-man tag, or I don't know. But then they announced that we have two big title matches next week. Before I get into that, though, this whole Ty Dillinger thing has been really interesting. I was hoping, like many others, that maybe they'd push Ty Dillinger to the title match going into TakeOver Orlando. But clearly their plans are to keep him meeting up with Eric Young. Maybe this just lasts for a little bit longer, and then, after Fastlane, then they get there, 4 weeks to build, and then they really push, who's the number one contender. But they showed Shinsuke Nakamura, kicking bags, so I'm thinking he's going to come back and get a rematch. So I don't know, because the way the main event ended too had me confused as to what they're really planning. So who knows? But this is why I like NXT. Like SmackDown, they're giving you stories. They're leaving you guessing on what is actually happening. So I like it. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, moving on. We have 2 title matches next week. Not only are we getting Payton, Royce, and Asuka, but DIY is getting their rematch against the Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain are not losing this match. They're not. And I see this carrying over into Takeover Orlando, involving the Revival. So I think these guys are going to be in a multi-team match, as probably 90% of the people in the YWC also believe. But let's talk about tonight's main event. It was a good match. No Way Jose clearly over with the crowd. Bobby Roode, still a fucking beast. He looks so good with that belt. Now, I don't mean that in a homo way or a gay way or whatever you call it. No homo. But Bobby Roode looks, no pun intended, glorious with that championship around his waist. When I first heard the idea and saw it for Bobby Roode, I was like, because I was so used to the TNA version of Bobby Roode. Now, I was super excited. Bobby Roode is one of the guys I've wanted to come over forever, and there's still a couple others. I would love to see a James Storm come back and be on NXT and do some version of a beer money or something, but Bobby Roode and this character, he's made it work. No one else could do what he's doing with this character. It's Triple H knows what he's doing with these characters. He knows what he's doing with this product. Why Raw can't catch up. Why SmackDown can't get quite to this point. I don't know, but NXT is just top notch. I've not seen one bad takeover yet. I've seen a couple slow, NXTs, but NXT overall has always been on point. And Bobby Roode, as the NXT champion, was glorious. That's all I can honestly say about it. And this match was not the best match, but these two men did put on a really good match, which ended, obviously, with Bobby Roode getting the win. No Way Jose, he hit him with the forearm, but Bobby Roode, showing that Bobby Roode's got, smarts, I roll out of the ring. Jose gets him back into the ring, and as he's getting back in, Bobby Roode just gets up, hits him with the glorious DDT. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Roode wins the match. And rather than, Bobby Roode just like, okay, I'm done, walking out of the ring, he comes back in, clips No Way Jose, and then puts him in the same submission hold that he did Shinsuke Nakamura back at TakeOver San Antonio. And they're like, oh, no, this is how he got hurt. And you're thinking, geez, Bobby Roode is now thinking to himself, oh, I can hurt everybody. And then here comes Kassius Ohno, who they'd already announced earlier in the night was returning. So I'm thinking like next week, the week after, somewhere in that time frame. But no, he's back and a little out of shape. But he's been gone for 3 years, and obviously he's an older guy, but he's kind of out of shape. I'm sure he'll trim back down. Dude's a fucking fantastic wrestler. If you haven't seen him, go on YouTube, look up his matches. Look at him back in NXT. But he gets out there, gets Bobby Roode off, and Bobby Roode, who are you? Who do you think you are? He's like, you know who I am. They know who I am. And all you hear is the crowd is, oh, no. Oh, no. Dude's still over. The dude is still over. And that is what really matters, no matter what shape he's in or how long he's been gone. The crowd, that's what I also love about NXT is their crowds are always so respectful towards the talent who are in that ring. And these crowds are very smart crowds. And it's funny because Orlando is where TNA is filmed, not too far from Full Sail University there in Orlando. Yet, and both are taped. But when you listen to the way an NXT crowd is, they're hyped for the events, and they do a lot of times shooting. A lot of the times they're stuck there for, multiple shows being shot. But they're always into it. They're always very respectful to the crowds or to the superstars. And they always give 100%. and make the experience of NXT that much better. But then when you listen to a TNA crowd who is taped, done multiple shows inside, a day or so, over a period of days, the crowds are nowhere near that. It's like Universal Studios, I'll get it out, has just visitors who come through. Yep. Real smart wrestling fans are at the events for NXT. Maybe it's the product, versus the other product. Because I've liked TNA, and I'm seriously considering doing Impact reviews. But it's these crowds. So when you get moments like, a Kassius Ohno returning, it makes it that much more special. It makes it that much better. But then he comes out, he gets Bobby Roode, and he tells Bobby Roode, you know who I am. All the places, 40 states and 20 countries, everything I've done, I've always taken what I've wanted. And when I left here, I have unfinished business. You have what I want. You have what I need. Bobby Roode, being a dick, which he's great at and has been the entire time I've watched Bobby Roode. Well, I don't see why we should wait. Take that jacket off. Let's do this. Ref, get in there. And, the ref gets in there and Kassius, I don't know, he's taking the jacket off, and Bobby Roode clips him. He attacks him. Goes for a leg, but Kassius, I don't know, somehow manages to get out of it, elbows him 3 times, and finally just knocks his ass out of the ring, leaving him laying, and you get a stare down between these two. Is this leading towards TakeOver Orlando? Not sure. But these guys, I think, will have decent chemistry. Where does Shinsuke Nakamura play into this? Is this just going to be something that they do in the next couple of weeks? They're like, oh, okay, William Regal. And it's like next week or in 2 weeks, we're going to have this match for the NXT Championship. And then Nakamura gets his rematch at TakeOver. This is why I like NXT. It's not predictable for the most part. There's been a couple times you're like, oh, yeah. But especially since, say, Survivor Series weekend, they've been very, very unpredictable. I hope they don't try to be too unpredictable and have these two guys face each other. And then, Kassius Ohno just takes the title. If you want him to have the title, wait till TakeOver. Give Bobby Roode a nice little title run and then figure it out throughout the summer. So, like I said, NXT was a good show. I thoroughly enjoyed NXT tonight. I am looking forward to TakeOver Orlando. I just want a little bit more build towards it. NXT tonight wasn't the greatest NXT I've watched. I've seen beautiful NXT episodes. But tonight was still another solid one. Next week, it looks like it's going to be great with the tag titles on the line and with the Women's Championship on the line. You got Asuka, DIY, and the Authors of Pain next week. You're probably going to see the Revival. You get some new faces coming in. NXT is starting to build itself back up. And they're not missing a beat, man. They're doing great. But thank you guys for watching this video. I have other videos in the description down below. Raw review, SmackDown review, my Elimination Chamber review, Squared Circle episodes 1 and 2. All are down in the description. You can also in the description find a link to both our Facebook page at YoBro Gaming and Reviews and our Twitter page at YoBro Gaming 1. Go ahead, follow us, like us, do all that stuff. Also, if you like this video, hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. If you didn't, hey, hit the dislike button. If you liked what you see and you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell icon, and you'll get notifications every time I go live or post a new video. Reminders before I get off here. March 1st, WWE, I can't talk tonight. Like I said, rough day. Again, March 1st, WWE 2K Universe Mode 2.0 for the draft. Me and my anonymous general manager will be back. We'll be doing our review. Also, Friday, I am doing, and I think I'm just going to stick with Wrestling Classics. Nothing major's popped into my head, But Super Brawl 1992, that's being my first review of that show. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I get a couple movies in this weekend. I saw 50 Shades Darker. I was going to do a review for that, but that movie made it too goddamn easy. Just go watch someone else's rants, and you'll know exactly how I feel. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you, like I said, like the button, follow us, share this video. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys Friday for Wrestling Classics. Peace out, guys, and enjoy the rest of your night.